Hey guys, it's KOKOStern with Why You Should, and today's subject is a little bit problematic to talk about, but we're gonna try anyways. And it's that feeling of helplessness and uselessness that pretty much everybody gets from time to time. I don't really want to call it depression, but that might be the correct word. It's just that feeling that you get of just not being productive and not really doing anything that everybody gets from time to time. And I want to talk about what helps me actually get through that feeling. So, what does it for me and really helps me through those hard times is taking an experience and starting it and finishing it, really from start to finish, going through something. And in most cases, it's obviously a game, and more specifically, it's an indie game. It's a short indie game that I have from my huge list of games. So, in order to have an indie game just pick out and play, you need to have a long list of games that you've never played. And this is very easily accomplished by going through what a lot of people actually do, a lot of gamers are very familiar with, is just buying from time to time those periodic sales on Steam and all kinds of bundles that there are offers across the web. Specifically, the example that I want to show today is the Humble Indie Bundle 8. So, if in case you don't know this bundle, it's a Humble Indie Bundle that happens every some time. This is the 8th iteration. And what you do is pay whatever you want for a couple of games. And if you pay over the average amount, which is right now $5.68, then you get an additional couple of games. And what's even neater about this is the fact that whatever amount of money you actually decide to put up, you can choose where that money goes to, directly to the developers, or maybe to charity, and obviously a little bit, if you'd like, to the guys who are actually doing this promotion. It's called the Humble Tip. And this is just one of the best promotions, the best bundles for me at least. I've bought several of the old iterations of this bundle. And this one specifically I got yesterday. I think it started about yesterday or 2 days ago. And yesterday I had this feeling of just having a bad feeling. Again, I don't want to call it really depression, but you get these feelings from time to time. And I just started out playing Thomas Was Alone. And it's a really short game. You complete it in a couple of hours. And I started yesterday, I finished it today morning, and it just really got me through that period. Because you start something, and that experience, it doesn't really have to be something very difficult to do, but it is a complete experience from start to finish. Maybe it is difficult, maybe there's a story behind it, or just the atmosphere. And in most cases, there's something unique about each indie game, because that's the way that indie games tend to be. They tend to have something quite unique to them. And it really got me through. And I really think that you should try and get these bundles as much as you can and have that list of games that you've never really played. And a lot of gamers actually do have that list of just games that they've never really played. They paid $5 to get 10 games and they've never ever gonna play them, pretty much. So when you get that horrible feeling, just try and push yourself over that barrier. It's pretty much that barrier of starting something, because you always say, I don't really feel like playing something right now. I don't really feel like thinking, or I don't really think that I'll finish it, and I don't have a lot of time, and just feel bad. And the reason that these indie games are so good in helping you, in helping in that situation, is because first of all, they're short. They're generally much shorter than any actual big game, big company game, AAA game, or whatever it is. They can be completed in just 2 or 3 hours, which is a decent amount of time, and that are usually a pretty unique experience that makes at least me feel really, really great and really fortunate to share in that kind of experience. And that's why I think just playing one of those indie games, going through that barrier, even though I didn't really feel like it, I just didn't want to do anything. I just felt like crap yesterday. And then I said, screw it, I'm gonna just play. I'm gonna buy this indie bundle and I'm gonna play one of these. And I knew Thomas Was Alone as a platformer, and I like platformers, and I just went through and played it, and it was really adorable, and I'm really, it just made me smile, and I really got much happier and went through that crappy time in a pretty great way. So that's pretty much what I want, why you should about today. Get through that barrier of just starting one of these games that you have waiting that you're never really going to play. Just start it up in a couple of hours. Not doesn't have to be in one sitting, could be in two sittings like me. I did start it yesterday and finished it today. And it just makes you feel much better because you've completed something, and that doesn't really have to be something insanely productive. It could be just finishing an indie game, and having that experience just makes me feel a lot better, and that's why I think that a lot of people should try and really get through that barrier. So that's pretty much it for today's Why You Should, and let me know what kind of bundles you really like, and thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.